Yo, what is up, everybody? This is Jumpin here, and I'm going to be continuing my Let's Play the Mass Effect Trilogy, so let's go! Alright, in the last episode, I did Grunt's loyalty mission, which was cool. Now, I want to get this dialogue. This is... Ah, man, how many times have I said this? But this is probably one of the best dialogues in the game right here. Or at least one of the funniest. Or one of my favorites. I don't know. It's definitely one of my favorites. There's so many great dialogues in this game. But listen to this. This is really funny. It comes from Edie. So there she is.
Reports use weak encryption. I see references to a captured Solarian in the logs of the Chief Scout.
Good. Talk to Scout then. Or Chief. Either one is helpful.
In addition, killing the Thresher Maw has produced several breeding requests for Grunt, and one for Shepard.
That's fantastic. Oh, man. I love it. Like, just... Like, I don't know, they have the breeding request because of the fact that, we're on... Well, because it's Krogans, they don't really... They have to go through all this special shit if they want to actually have babies or attempt to have babies. And it's really funny how Edie says that there's been several breeding requests for Grunt and one for Shepard. Alright, anyway. We can talk to Grunt right here.
This is the great Krogan homeworld. This is the Shiagar and Vio. This rock is barely worth standing on. Urdnot will make it better. My line will fix it.
Anyway, alright, so this is a mechanic right here. We can talk to him, and he has a little mission we can do here.
Welcome to the clan, Urdnot Grunt. Honored to be a part of it. Good for you. Now go find something else to do. Those fools brought this Tuchanka back from a skirmish without its combustion manifold. They say it got shot off in the field. You tell me, how can you expect a Tuchanka to run without a combustion manifold?
I'm going out into the field. If I see a combustion manifold, I'll bring it back with me.
If you did, it would save me a lot of work. Maybe bring back my sunny disposition.
Any idea where I could find a combustion manifold?
Yeah, I can make one. Give me 3 days and a barrel of Ringcall. The one they lost is probably still out in the field. It's too much to expect them to collect it and bring the damn thing back.
I've never seen a Krogan mechanic before.
What? You think we kidnap Quarians and make them do the hard work? Not anymore, we don't.
Let me get out of your way.
Don't do me any favors.
How are you gonna say don't do me any favors when I just said that I would help you? Alright, so there is a great moment over here as well. We can actually talk to him.
Nuclear assaults, civil wars.
Thanks to you, or anyone else.
Impressive to see life adapt, continue despite circumstances. Inspiring.
Anyway, you can talk to this guy. I forgot what he talks about. I think he talks about some genophage stuff, but I'm not going to do it. Like I said in the last episode, if you do Grunt's loyalty mission, you can get a discount here, which is kind of important because he sells some good shit. I mean, look at this. Whoa! Shotgun damage, assault rifle damage, and biotic damage? Hell yeah, I'll take all of it. Don't need the heavy pistol damage, but, you know, that is amazing. Alrighty, so, now let's go do Mordin's loyalty mission. Oh, I got 6 out of 6 assault rifle damage. Hell yeah.
What do you want, human? Rex told me to be polite. He didn't say you were going to talk to me.
I'm looking for a Solarian. The Blood Pack captured him and he was last seen around here.
I heard about that Solarian. Poor bastard. If it's Blood Pack, then Clan Warlord has him. Sent one of my scouts to check it out, but he never reported back. Guess they got him, too. Chief told me to give you one of the trucks. Just follow the highway to Warlock's base, if you've got the quads to deal with him in the Blood Pack.
What can you tell me about Clan Warlock's base?
Last I heard, the clan was holed up in an old hospital. I haven't seen it, though. I've only seen Clan Warlock from a distance. If I'd gotten closer, I'd have taken a shot. You get inside, though. Bring a big gun. Warlock's base is crawling with blood pack.
That doesn't sound too defensible. Why'd they hole up there?
Any hospital on Tuchanka has to be built well enough to withstand a bunch of enraged Krogan. When an injury forces us to switch over to secondary organs, things get messy. Higher thought processes don't always transition properly. Blood rage, they call it.
Any idea what they're doing with the Solarian?
I assume they wanted to torture him. You don't take somebody home just to kill them. It's messy. Maybe he pissed off the blood pack, and they brought him here for special treatment. No skin off my hump what they'd do with him. One less alien on Tuchanka.
You don't seem to have much love lost for aliens.
Don't get your quads in a twist. If I was gonna kill you, you'd know it. Rex believes we need to unite the Krogan people. I don't think we can do that with off-worlders interfering, but it's not my call.
What's Clan Warlock's reputation, and how are they involved with the blood pack?
Tough humps, and they're not friendly like we are. You ever run into the blood pack? Mercenary gang. Clan Warlock started it, one of the only gangs with an off-world presence. They're fanatics, totally devoted to Warlock Guld. Whatever they did with your Solarian, Guld's behind it.
What makes Guld so special?
He's got 2 children. One of them is a girl. Some people think he's got a destiny. Not me. I had a cousin who won 20 consecutive games of Quasar. Lucky bastard. I'd ask my cousin for a loan, but I wouldn't swear allegiance to him. Luck. That's all it is. Same for Guld.
But the blood pack has non-Krogan members, like Vorcha.
Ha! The Vorcha. They're just like the Varen, only they can use guns and don't crap on the floor as often. The Krogan are the only real members of the blood pack. Anyone else is just there to soak enemy fire.
Alright, so that was, I don't even think I ever seen that before, but xenophobic. Wow. Did not expect that. Whatever. Alright, whoa, we do not need to take Grunt with us, so we can take whoever we want now, since we've already done Grunt's loyalty. I don't ever have to play with him again. That's great. Alright, let me go ahead and put this point into Reeve. And I know I seen a comment a while back that was, Jumpin, why don't I use Reeve more? And to answer that, I don't know. Just, I don't know, bad habit not to use it. It's like the same situation in Mass Effect 3, you know. I don't know. Like, I can't do explosions, so there's no point to really use Reeve that much. And I mean, at a distance, Reeve is good. That's really the only reason why I even have it on my Vanguard, is for distance fighting primarily, which I don't even need to do that often. Although I am using the assault rifle more than the shotgun at this point. Normally I just charge in anyway. This gun is good at close and far range, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, so let's go ahead and keep moving. Alright, so this mission is pretty cool.
Get ready to
In
fight.
fact, I'll use Reeve real quick. Oh shit, my bad. I don't even have it equipped. Shockwave equipped. You know, that would be like the same thing about, like, you know, why don't I use Shockwave more? I just don't really need to. I only ever use charge primarily as a Vanguard. Alright, so we're gonna have some more enemies. But yeah, no, look, Reeve is really good though. There's no question about that. It fucking destroys enemies in this game. It's like it's like a combination. I don't know. It's a good ass power. It's like a combination of neural shock and well, Reeve. Like, there's no other power like Reeve, honestly. Look at that impact radius. But yes, I will be using Reeve on this episode quite a bit now that I've been talking about it. But alright, so let's go ahead and move up here. You know, there's a lot of enemies to deal with on this place. A lot of Vorchas. Not many Krogan, surprisingly. So, I mean, that's just the way it is. You don't actually fight too many Krogan in this game, to be quite honest. I'm gonna charge.
Should do.
Ah, shield's back.
Enemies!
Alright. And now we keep going. Bird. I don't know. I mean, look at the damage.
Now
Wow.
let's finish you off.
The damage of Reeve against armor is really good. Alright, I am out of ammo, so... With my shotgun. Alright, anyway, but yeah, this mission's really fun. Or at least pretty interesting. It's a lot better than Grunt's mission, that's for sure. Because, you know, you feel accomplished. You're actually doing something. Alright, so that's a pyro. Let's overload it. And, okay. I was about to say it didn't do anything, but apparently it did. That was kind of a super delay right there. Alright, more pyros. Oh, shit. That's
Can't
the
get a
worst
lock.
You know, I don't fucking... Bastards! Ah. Oh, God, they kill me, too! They're not supposed to be there. That's really weird. I have never, ever encountered those two pyros right there. And I did not see that coming. I guess maybe I messed up. That's really strange. So I don't ever remember ever having to deal with 4 pyros on that part. It's always ever been 2. So, I don't know. Alright, but whatever. So let's keep going. Ah, God, I gotta do more now. That's fantastic. But hey, whatever. Alright, take this fool out. Die. Headed for combat. Oh, fuck. He lost his armor instantly. That is crazy. Armor is just... I don't know, armor's kind of weird in this game. It's not really that great, honestly. You know, yeah, these enemies are spawning weird. Like, you're only actually... I only ever remember fighting 1 Krogan right there, and that was 2 Krogans right there. I've told you this before, and I guess it's really starting to surprise me now because I'm learning stuff, but enemies in this game are kind of strange like that. It depends on, like, there can be more enemies that spawn if you wait long enough. See, look, now the pyros aren't here. But the reason for that is probably because I started running to where they would spawn, so they don't spawn.
Can't get a lock.
So it's really strange, but... Alright, take these fools out. Now, over here is where you can get this manifold, or whatever it is. I don't even know what the fuck a manifold is, or whatever, but it's for that one guy, for the mechanic. He wanted that thing. Alright. And now we should be able to open the door. Now there's a lot of nice little unique dialogue parts with Mordin. That's probably one reason why this mission is really good. It's just because, you know, you get to fight some Krogans, you get to kill some Forchas and stuff, and then along the way you get to listen to some pretty cool dialogue.
That body, human. Need to take a look. Sores, tumors, ligatures showing restraint at wrists and ankles, track marks for repeated injection sites. Test subject. Victim of experimentation.
I don't suppose there's a way to tell who this poor bastard was?
No tattoos or ID. Maybe slave or prisoner, maybe merc or pirate. Irrelevant now. Clearly part of Krogan tests to cure genophage. Humans useful as test subjects. Genetically diverse. Enables exploration of treatment modalities.
Experimenting on humans? That kind of crap is what makes Cerberus start to seem like a good idea.
My report will mention that.
Never used humans myself. Disgusting. Unethical. Sloppy. Used by brute force researchers, not thinkers. No place in proper science. Krogan use of humans, unsurprising.
Wouldn't something native to Tuchanka work better? Varen, maybe?
Yes, human experiments strictly high-level, concept testing. Native Tuchanka fauna likely used later in development stages. Wise to delay use of Varen until necessary. Powerful bite.
Experimenting
My report
on
will mention that.
Never used... Krogan use of humans, unsurprising.
I imagine you had to do some live subject testing while developing the new genophage.
No, unnecessary. Limited tests to simulations, corpses, clone tissue samples. High-level tests on Varen. No tests on species with members capable of calculus. Simple rule, never broke it.
How are humans more genetically diverse?
More variable. Peaks and valleys, mutations, adaptations, far beyond other life. Makes humans useful test subjects. Larger reactions to smaller stimuli.
I know we can look much different from each other, but Asari have a wide range of skin tones.
No, ignore superficial appearance, down to genetic code. Biotic abilities, intelligence levels. Can look at random Asari, Krogan, make reasonable guess. Humans, too variable to judge. Outliers in all species, of course. Geniuses, idiots. But human probability curve offers greater overall variety.
Now we've got 2 reasons to shut this place down.
Focus on Malin. Too late to help the dead.
I do. So those sick bastards were experimenting on humans. What? Drew is going to be really pissed about that. You know, maybe that's why DK joined Cerberus years ago. Oh, this is great. I love this part.
I am the speaker for Clan Warlord, Offworlders. You have shed our blood. By rights, you should be dead already. But Warlord Guld, the Chief of Chiefs, has ordered that you be given leave to flee and spread the message of our coming.
Krogan don't generally let people go. What does Clan Warlord have planned?
If you walk away now, you can tell your children that you saw Clan Warlord before our blood pact conquered the stars. You think the Erd not impressive? They are pitiful! Warlord Guld will destroy them! The Solarian will cure the genophage, and Clan Warlord will spread across the galaxy in a sea of blood!
Appears they discovered Malin's work. Unfortunate.
It doesn't have to happen like this. I can understand wanting to cure the genophage.
No, human, you understand nothing! You have not seen the piles of children that never lived. The Krogan were wronged. We will make it right, and then we will have our revenge!
Half the galaxy sees the Krogan as victims. If you start a war, you'll lose their support.
We have the Blood Pack, and we have the Solarian. When our clan numbers in the millions, we will not need support. When we cure the genophage, Warlord Guld will rule all Krogan. The Krogan rebellions will become the Krogan Empire. The surviving races will frighten their children with tales of what the Blood Pact did to the Turians.
Alright, this motherfucker never shuts up. If you can't tell, you get this option forever. Shut up!
You talk too much.
See? The human cannot hit a simple target.
Alright, so do not mock me, because I'll fucking light your ass on fire. Alright, so I recommend rushing up here and doing by rushing up here, I don't know, who knows, more enemies could maybe spawn. You don't really fucking know with this game. Yeah, but there's a shit or a buttload of torches up here too, so now let's just dip. Alright, what's over here? I think
Labs likely through there. Can smell antiseptic, hint of dead flesh.
Alright, so this is some more pretty cool dialogue from Mordin. You know, this game, the thing I love about Mordin, the reason why he's one of my top 3, or top 5 at least, favorite ME2, or well, not ME2, but favorite Mass Effect characters of all time. He's in my top 5 for sure. It's because of, like, his transition. Like, and they do such a good job with it. Like, in this game, he's kind of, you know, he's a real funny guy. He's a Solarian, which is hilarious, because I knew about the Solarians because I read the Codex in Mass Effect 1 about how they only live for 40 years, so they think fast, they move fast, they talk fast, they do everything fast because they have a short life. And when you finally get to talk to Mordin, an actual Solarian in this game, you notice that he never shuts up and he talks really, really fast like he's on cocaine or something. But he's really interesting because although he's a doctor, he's kind of fucked up. Like, and the shit he has done in his past is kind of messed up. And then somewhere along the line, like he makes a transition from thinking the genophage is so necessary to wanting to cure it. So it's real interesting shit. And this is like that moment of like really, I don't know, you can start to see, well, at least you can see how he thinks. Pretty cool.
Active console may contain useful data. One moment. Genetic sequences, hormone mutagens still steady. Protein chains, live tissue, clone tissue. Very thorough. Standard treatment vectors, avoiding scorched earth immunosuppressants to alter hormone levels. Good. Hate to see that.
Most people wouldn't be so casual about developing a sterility plague, Mordin.
Not developing, modifying, much more difficult, working within confines of existing genophage, 100 times the complexity. Errors unacceptable, could cause total sterility, malignant tumors, could even reduce effectiveness, worse than doing nothing. Had to keep Krogan population stable, 1 in 1,000, perfect target, optimal growth. Like gardening.
Pretty it up however you like. You're talking about murdering millions.
No, murdered no one. Altered fertility, prevented fetal development of nervous system. Have killed many, Shepard. Many methods. Gunfire, knives, drugs, tech attacks. Once with farming equipment, but not with medicine.
You're saying you were working just as hard to keep their population from falling?
Yes, could have eradicated Krogan. Not difficult. Increased mutation to degrade genetic structure further. Chose not to. Rachni extinction tragic. Didn't want to repeat. All life precious. Universe demands diversity.
What was it like working on the genophage modification project?
Best years of my life. Wake up with ideas, talk over breakfast, experiments all morning. Statistical analysis in afternoon, run new simulations during dinner, set data runs to cook overnight. Laughter, ego, argument, passion, galaxy's biggest problem, massive resources thrown at us. Got anything we wanted.
Do you keep in touch with your old team members?
No. All changed with deployment. Made test drop on isolated Krogan clan, hit rest of Tuchanka when results were positive. End of project. Separate ways. Watching it end, watching birth rates drop. Personal. Private. Not appropriate for team.
Sounds like you were pretty important. How'd you go from that to running a clinic on Omega?
Wanted to heal people. Good use of last decade. Something easy. No ethical concerns. Understand rationale for modified genophage. Right choice. Still. Hard to sleep some nights.
How can you agree with using the genophage, Mordin? Look at what happened to Tuchanka as a result.
State of Tuchanka not due to genophage. Nuclear winter caused by Krogan before Salarians made first contact. Krogan choices. Refuse truce during Krogan rebellions. Expand after Rachni wars. Splinter after genophage. Genophage medical, not nuclear. No craters from virus. Damage caused by Krogan, not Salarians. Not me.
So if the Krogan banded together and formed a united government, you'd welcome that?
Yes. United Krogan saved Galaxy. Destroyed Rachni. Genophage not punishment. Simply alters fertility to correct for removal from hostile environment.
The effects on Tuchanka are still your responsibility. You upgraded the virus that kept them in barbarism.
Krogan committed war crimes. Refused to negotiate. Turian defeat not complete. Krogan could have recovered, attacked again. Conventional war too risky. Krogan forces too strong. Genophage was only option. Krogan forced genophage. Us or them. No apologies for winning. Wouldn't have minded peaceful solution.
We're not gonna find Malin staring at consoles. Come on.
Alrighty, so, you know, it's pretty cool stuff there. Now there's another actually, let's do this first. Let's get this terminal. This is actually just this is an upgrade. You get 2 upgrades for this mission. Both of them are not that crucial, honestly. Where the fuck is this thing at? They're not really that crucial because one is a heavy weapons ammo, which is whatever, and this one is Krogan Vitality, which is also whatever. If you're not going to be using Grunt, there's no point to really care about that. Alright, so this is a dead Krogan female body, so let's see what Mordin has to say about this.
Dead Krogan, female. Tumors indicate experimentation. No restraint marks. Volunteer. Sterile Warlord female willing to risk procedures. Hoped for cure. Pointless. Pointless waste of life.
I didn't expect you to be disturbed by the sight of a dead Krogan.
What? Why? Because of genophage work? Irrelevant. No. Causative. Never experimented on live Krogan, never killed with medicine. Her death not my work, only reaction to it. Goal was to stabilize population. Never wanted this. Can see it logically, but still unnecessary. Foolish. Waste of life. Hate to see it.
I didn't think you'd had much direct contact with things like this. Did you come to Tuchanka after dropping your plague?
Yearly recon missions. Water, tissue samples. Ensure no mistakes. Superiors offered to carry it on. Refused. Need to see it in person. Need to look. Need to see. Accepted as necessary. See small picture. Remind myself why I run a clinic on Omega. Rest, young mother. Find your gods. Find someplace better.
I didn't expect spirituality from you, Mordin.
Genophage modification project altered millions of lives. Then saw results. Ego, humility, juxtaposition, frailty of life, size of universe. Explored religions after work completed. Different races. No answers. Many questions.
Sounds like you were trying to deal with your guilty conscience. The doctor who killed millions.
Modified genophage project great in scope. Scientifically brilliant. But ethically difficult. Krogan reaction visceral, tragic. Not guilty, but responsible. Trained as doctor. Genophage affects fertility. Doesn't kill. Still, caused this. Hard to see big picture behind pile of corpses.
Can you really just rationalize it all away? How do you justify it?
Wheel of life. Popular Solarian concept. Similar to human Hinduism in focus on reincarnation. Appealing to see life as endless. Fix mistakes in next life. Learn, adapt, improve. Refuse to believe life ends here. Too wasteful. Have more to offer. Mistakes to fix. Cannot end here. Could do so much more.
If you need this much soul-searching to get over it, maybe the genophage was wrong.
Had to be done. Rachni wars, Krogan rebellions, all pointed to Krogan aggression. So many simulations. Effects of Krogan population increase. All pointed to war. Extinction. Genophage or genocide. Save galaxy from Krogan. Save Krogan from galaxy.
You could have cured the genophage instead. Brought hope to the Krogan. They'd have rejoiced.
Assumes human reaction. Krogan stimulus response different. Harsh environment. Take chance to fight. Flee. Would have caused chaos in Tuchanka. Victor would have war economy. Bloodthirsty army. Galactic expansion only logical outcome. More war. Genophage saved lives. War would have ended.
So you're willing to sterilize a species based on the evidence of a few simulations?
Yes. Millions of data points. Years of arguments. Countless scenarios. All noted Krogan fragmentation as dangerous. No unified culture to support repopulation. Would have been war. Turians and humans destroying Krogan utterly. Genophage was better. Saved lives.
Look at the dead woman, Mordin. It doesn't look like you saved her.
No, it doesn't. Worked with available data. Only option. No other possible. Doesn't matter.
Okay, so pretty interesting stuff there, that's for sure. Yeah, you know, like I said, so that was the moment where you can really start to see, well, I don't know, I guess you can kind of see that transition. Because without Shepard, I mean, I don't think Mordin's opinions over it would have changed. Even if you destroyed the data, though, I mean, I don't know, you could agree totally with Mordin, be like, yeah, dude, you're totally right. And he still, I think, changes his mind in Mass Effect 3 if he lives. But if you know, have that dialogue, it makes more sense. It's almost like Shepard really, like, convinced him that what he did was not a good thing. And maybe he should focus his time on curing the genophage and, you know, fixing the wrongs of the past. Although, you know, maybe he is right. You just don't know. That's the beautiful part about Mass Effect. After Mass Effect 3, if the Krogans, if you cure the genophage, the Krogans could have another uprising and destroy the galaxy. Who knows? So it's just something that the player has to, like, kind of come up with to himself or to herself. Alright, there's a little data pad we can hack right here. And then there's a Krogan in here as well we can talk to. and then we can go ahead and continue on with some combat and pretty much finish this mission up. There's not much left after we talk to this Krogan. Alright, but this is kind of funny.
You killed the Blood Pack guards.
Not Blood Pack, not member of Clan Warlord. Wrong clan markings.
I'm a nerd not scout. Warlord guards got me. Brought me here.
The chief scout told us to watch for you. We've taken out the guards. Get back to Erdnot.
I can't. The Warlock did things to me. Drugs. Injections. Said I was sacrificing for the good of all Krogan. Experiments to cure the genophage. Everything's blurry. Hard to think. Have to stay.
Mordin, can you get him back on his feet? Stims, maybe? Something to bolster his immune system?
You don't understand. I'm not too sick to leave. I have to stay. They're curing the genophage. They're gonna make it all better. They have to keep doing the tests.
Caution, Shepard. Patient unstable, susceptible, brainwashed.
Why do you want them to keep doing the tests?
This is my fault. I got caught. Wasn't strong enough. Not good enough. This is the best I can do. This is all I can do. I'm not big enough to have a real shot with the females. I'll never have kids of my own. But if I help undo the genophage, then I mattered.
Millions of children will be born. Warlock children. They're going to destroy the other clans.
But... no. No, they said I was helping Erdnot.
If you want to help Erdnot, you need to get back there. But it would take a real badass to make it back to camp while injured.
I can do it.
You? I said a badass, not some scout whining like a Quarian with a tummy ache.
I can do it. I'm up. And I'm going to the female camp.
Damn right you are. Get back there and show them what you're worth. Go. Go!
Hopefully his story of curing the genophage will be passed off as a hallucination.
Shepard, I'm detecting crates ahead that are holding unstable materials. A misplaced shot could cause a significant explosion.
Burn through Krogan armor.
Alright, so Mordin just talked about how there's these barrels here. Are these exploding canisters that we can use in combat. You can,
burn
but
through any armor.
there's actually, it's not a big deal. You don't have to.
Making contact.
So that is the thing. Oh yeah, I got Reeve. I kind of forgot about that. I said I was gonna use some Reeve in this episode, and I will do that. So, man, I am running out of ammo non-stop. That's the problem with the Mac. That's the only thing about the Mac talk that isn't that fantastic. Is its total ammo is kind of like kind of shitty, honestly. So that's just the way it goes. Alright, let's shoot one of these barrels.
Not difficult.
Now we can take out this guy. Get out of my face. Alright, so when we go down here, here's some power cells, so I should get some ammo back. Alright, when you come down here, there's actually going to be, I forgot his name, but the clan leader of this place, he's actually down here, so we actually have to fight him. So, that is something that we will do. Now, I think, besides these two Krogans, they're gonna come out of this door over here. Slowly but surely, here they come. Go ahead and remove these fools. Yeah, as you can tell, Reeve is awesome. Alright, he didn't come out yet, but he should be coming out anytime soon. Unfortunately, they are going to be sitting there fighting him while I'm sitting here hacking this, so... Too bad, too bad, too bad. But hey, there's some money in here, so let's get this real quick, and then we can go take his ass out. Oh, there he is. Go ahead, I mean, he shouldn't be too hard.
Mount that one nicely.
Although he is a... no. Bitch! Anyway, so this is like the... He was the leader of the Blood Pack, which, you know, is kind of interesting. So it's like we have now taken out the leader of the Blue Suns and the Blood Pack. So that's cool. I don't think you ever get to take out the leader of the Eclipse, though. Alright, so this is the heavy weapon ammo right here. That was probably the easiest hack fucking ever. What's the chances of that? To go straight down a vertical line like that. That's really weird. Alright, so this is going to be the end of the mission right here. We got to talk to this Solarian, and it's pretty awesome.
Malin, alive, unharmed. No signs of restraint, no evidence of torture. Don't understand.
For such a smart man, Professor, you always had trouble seeing evidence that disagreed with your preconceptions. How long will it take you to admit that I'm here because I wish to be here?
He wasn't kidnapped. He came here voluntarily to cure the genophage.
Impossible. Whole team agreed. Project necessary.
How was I supposed to disagree with the great Dr. Solus? I was your student! I looked up to you!
Experiments performed here. Live subjects, prisoners, torture and executions. You're doing?
We've already got the blood of millions on our hands, Doctor. If it takes a bit more to put things right, I can deal with that.
You honestly think the experiments you did here are justified?
We committed cultural genocide. Nothing I do will ever be justified. The experiments are monstrous because I was taught to be a monster.
Mordin, did you ever perform experiments like this?
No. Never taught you this, Malin.
So your hands are clean. What does it matter if the ground is stained with the blood of millions? You taught me that the end justified the means. I will undo what we did, Professor. The only way I know how.
What happens if the genophage is cured and the Krogan expand again? That'll be on your head.
We justified this atrocity by saying the Krogan would cause havoc and war if their population recovered. But look at the galaxy. Batarian attacks in the Traverse, Geth attacks in the Citadel. Is this a more peaceful universe? The assault on your Eden Prime might never have happened if we had let the Krogan recover. We'll never know.
How would a Krogan population explosion have done anything to stop Saren and the Geth?
An increased Krogan population would have forced the Council to take steps, likely involving colony rights in the Traverse. The Turian fleets would be vigilant for any military activity in the area. They might have stopped the Geth at Eden Prime.
Supposition. Impossible to be certain.
Don't you see? We tried to play God and we failed. We only made things worse, and I'm going to fix it.
You talked about killing, but the genophage isn't lethal. It only affects fertility rates.
Krogan fight over fertile females. They become mercenaries or pirates because they see no alternative. They would be thriving in a cultural renaissance now had we not decided that this is what they deserved.
Inaccurate. Krogan population resulted in war. Simulations were clear.
Why work with Clan Warlord? And how did you access the genophage data?
The data was easy to obtain. We all still had clearance. We were heroes. All I had to do was ask. As for the Warlord, they were the only clan with both the resources and the commitment.
Urdnot has a larger camp than Warlord. Why not use them?
Urdnot Rex is too soft. He wasn't willing to do the experiments I needed. It's Urdnot's loss and Warlock's gain. Their clan will be the first to recover from the crime we committed.
Malin clearly doesn't need rescuing. What do you want to do?
Have to end this.
You can't face the truth, can you? Can't admit that your brilliant mind led you to commit an atrocity!
Unacceptable experiments. Unacceptable goals. Won't change. No choice. Have to kill you.
Wait. You don't need to do this, Mordin. You're not a murderer.
No. Not a murderer. Thank you, Shepard. Finished, Malin. Get out. No Warlock left. Project over.
What if he talks to more Krogan? Tells the public about the modified genophage project?
Special Tasks Group good at covering tracks. No proof. Warlock willingness to work with Solarian, unusual. Other Krogan will kill him.
Aren't you worried that he'll start his research again?
No. Locking this unit. Special Task Group can cut access to old data. Could start from scratch. Decades of work, though. Didn't teach you everything I knew.
You heard the Professor. Get out before he changes his mind.
Where am I supposed to go, Professor?
Don't care. Try Omega. Can always use another clinic.
The Krogan didn't deserve what we did to them, Professor. The genophage needs to end.
Not like this. Apologies, Commander. Misunderstood mission parameters. No kidnapping. My mistake. Thank you.
Don't worry about me, Mordin. How are you doing?
Should have killed him. Wanted to. Easier than listening. Easier for him, too. Experiments indicate how far he's fallen. Expected it from Krogan. Not one of mine.
Maybe you'll remember that the next time you're discussing the ethics of the genophage.
Yes. So many variables. Stress responses. Impossible to truly predict. Something to think about. Malin's research. Only loose end. Could destroy it. Closure. Security. Still valuable, though.
This is the research that included tests on living victims. It's tainted.
Right now, victims died for nothing. Keep it. Use it. Death's worth something. Malin's work could cure genophage. Don't know. Effects on Krogan. Effects on Galaxy. Too many variables. Too many variables.
You regret what the Krogan have become. You see the horror of what they did here, but you see the loss, too.
Wasted potential.
They don't deserve this, Mordin. Save the data.
Point taken, Shepard. Capturing data. Wiping local copy. Still years away from cure, but closer than starting from scratch. Done. Ready to go. Ready to be off Tuchanka. Anywhere else. Maybe somewhere sunny.
I'd like to look around a bit more.
Alrighty, so that's that. Now, the reason why I decided to stay a little bit longer is because, yeah, you can hack this right here. A lot of people might accidentally miss this or not know about this, but you can get a little extra money. So why the hell not? Alright, but yeah, so that's awesome mission, that's for sure. There we go. You know, I love Mordin, he's my shit. So, alright guys, I really hope you have enjoyed this. I won't end the mission right now, but it really won't matter. But I will, you know, I really hope you have enjoyed it. Please give me that like, please give me that favorite, and I will see you guys next time.